Oh man, bro, that's one of those ones you just want back. Like that is such a tough loss. Like the Saints have had some tough losses over the past few years, but god damn, that was a tough loss. So I recorded this video already, but of course, in typical me fashion, my mic was muted the entire time, which is just what I needed after waking up at 8:30 a.m. to watch one of the most heartbreaking losses by the Saints that I've seen in a long time. Really brightened my mood. It was fantastic. But I mean, I can't not make a video about this game. Like that shit was sad, bro. Like that is a heartbreaker and a half. And I hate, why can't this team ever just lose in a normal fashion? They always got to go, give us hope. I appreciate the fight, but damn, you're taking years off my life, bro. Like I probably have high blood pressure after that shit. Watching that game was insane. Really good game. It was a really fun game to watch, but in the end, the New Orleans Saints just didn't come out on top. Now, I'm going to get this out of the way now because I don't want to spend the video talking about it. Obviously, it's shitty, but I'm not going to sit here and bitch and moan about it when we obviously could have done things better to win this game to where that wouldn't even have affected it. But the big thing that everybody's talking about, all Saints fans are talking about, are those two horrendous calls by the refs that led to a touchdown drive from the Vikings that gave them the lead and inevitably led them to the win. It was close to the end of the game. It put them ahead, put the Saints in a tough spot, and propelled the Vikings to win this game. First is the illegal hands to the face by Tyrann Mathieu on a shoulder tap. That shit was ridiculous. Like, I understand ticky-tacky, like maybe he just poked him in the face mask or something. No, he wasn't even near his head. It wasn't even close to his head. And then they follow that bullshit penalty up with that Marshawn Lattimore pass interference, which was out of this world ridiculous. If you watch the replay, Adam Thielen was literally grabbing on and running into Lattimore trying to sell the penalty, if anything at all. That should have been offsetting penalties, if literally anything. I don't think it should have been anything because they were both playing. You got to let them play football. And I like the college rule. I heard this on the broadcast too, which really put it into perspective. Pass interference should not be able to give you like 60 goddamn yards. What sense does that make? Pass interference, it needs to be a maximum 15-yard penalty from like the line of scrimmage. And there's no reason you should be gift wrapped a goddamn touchdown because somebody touched you 50 yards away from where the play actually started. It's so annoying. Do away with that, please. You're literally determining games off of pass interference calls. It's so bad. It puts you on the 1 yard line and it's a gimme touchdown. That's so dumb. I hate it. Anyway, get that out of the way. We talked about it. The Saints officials bad. Obviously, it's an every week thing. Here, though, the Saints lost 28-25 in London in a very interesting football game. Obviously, you guys watched it. Everybody knows the storyline. It was insane. The Will Lutz goes up to kick his career-long 60-yard field goal after a heroic drive from the Saints offense, led by Andy Dalton, who played a really good game his first time out. He kicks that 60-yarder. He makes it. Will Lutz makes a 60-yard field goal. Crazy, right? The Vikings get the ball back with just like a minute and some odd seconds left. Kirk Cousins with a deep strike to Justin Jefferson on Marshawn Lattimore. Mano y mano, bro. One-on-one. Straight up one-on-one. Marshawn Lattimore gets beat. Justin Jefferson gets them in field goal range. Vikings run 2 plays, draw the clock down to 28 seconds, kick a game-winning field goal, what would end up being the game-winning field goal. The Saints get the ball back with a little bit of time to spare. Andy Dalton loads up, throws like a 20-some-odd yard bomb to Chris Olave. He jumps up, makes a high-point catch. Beautiful, beautiful display of offensive mastery by Chris Olave today, by the way. He gets that catch, goes down. Saints huddle back up, get ready. They have a few more plays. There was an Adam Troutman little flat route that Andy Dalton could have hit to get like an extra yard or two. He missed it. It's a big moment. I don't blame him. He hasn't played since his finale in Chicago last year. He's not going to make every read. He threw a pretty decent pass that was kind of a little bit of a Hail Mary, but he knew he was throwing to his playmakers and he trusted them, to Chris Olave. Caught it. Would have been like a 40-yard field goal, man, but he couldn't get the second foot down. Like, the shit just piled up. Like, the past few weeks, it's felt like it just hasn't been it for the Saints. Like, they just haven't been the ones, like, obviously we've been losing, but the football gods haven't wanted us to win. Are we paying our dues for the past 3 years or 4 years of fantastic football? We've been good since 2017, man. We were winning games with quarterbacks we shouldn't have been winning games with. Is this what we get for that? Is this what we get? We don't have a first-round pick this year. Obviously, everyone keeps talking about that, but who the fuck cares, bruh? There's free agency. Shut up. Stop bitching. Like, we got Chris Olave. He's worth what we traded. And then some. Everyone's like, we don't have a first-round pick. Oh, my God, we don't have a first-round pick. You know where that first-round pick went? Right here. And he's showing it. Chris Olave was worth it, and everybody that says, we don't have a first-round pick, shut up, bruh. Chris Olave is worth everything that we gave for him. But, yeah, good game to the Vikings. I mean, you guys did not deserve that win, but in the end of the day, neither did we. That shit should have ended in a tie. The Vikings fucking suck and should not be 3-1. They are ass. Like, the Vikings are straight up ass. Bro, you kept it close. You won by 3 points in a game you shouldn't have won against Andy Dalton, a rookie, and Chris Olave, Marquez Callaway, Latavius Murray, Mark Ingram, who has to be 75 years old by now. You might as well have had Kevin White out there, bruh, because our offense was hurt. No Michael Thomas, no Alvin Kamara, no Jameis Winston. We were battered. And you guys just like almost lost to a high school varsity football team. I'm kidding. They actually played very good, but the Saints did, not the Vikings. The Saints actually played very good, so I'm not going to knock them. But if you're a real, like, everyone's like, the Vikings are playoff, shut the hell up, bro. They're not good. Anyway, Andy Dalton, his first start ever as a New Orleans Saint. 20 completions, 28 attempts. His completion percentage was higher until the end of the game. He had to throw some balls away to avoid sacks. Good veteran decisions he was making. Lowered his completion percentage, but he obviously doesn't give a shit. 236 yards, 11.8 average, a touchdown, no interceptions. He took 2 sacks. The offensive line played really good today. The offensive line played amazing today. There were so many plays where Andy Dalton just had literally all the time in the world to throw the football. I liked what I saw from him. I liked what I saw from the offensive line. 2 very good units. If those can play as good as they did, Andy Dalton in the O-line, once Kamara and Michael Thomas come back, that's a recipe for success. Latavius Murray has proven that he's the number 2 running back. Easy. He is the number 2 running back. He has always been the number 2 running back. In 2020, you guys can go watch the videos. We were all talking about it. Sean Payton, run the ball. Give Latavius Murray the ball. Latavius Murray, Latavius Murray, Latavius Murray. This channel and all of the people involved in it, me, all of you guys, were huge Latavius Murray ambassadors. Like, giant. I remember it clear as day. We were all like, bruh, give the damn ball to Latavius Murray. And it never happened. We ended up cutting him, which I don't know why we ever did. We got him back. Dude came off the practice squad. Boom. 11 attempts, 57 yards, 5.2 average yards per carry, and a touchdown. And he didn't even really start running until the third quarter, bro. Straight up banger game from Latavius Murray. Mark Ingram played like if you were to leave ham out in the sun. Dude had 10 attempts for 30 yards, 3.0 average. His long was 8 yards. Dude was just kind of ass, for real. I'm not going to lie. Mark Ingram, he was not good today. And he was visibly frustrated about it, too. He knew. That's about it for the running backs. Chris Olave, another great game. Second straight week for him with a touchdown. 7 targets, 4 receptions, 67 yards, 16.8 average yards per reception. Very good game. Marquez Callaway, 6 targets, 3 receptions, 53 yards. That's about it for the receiving core as well. Not too much going on there. Saints had a very good complementary offense going. I really liked it. Will Lutz was 1 for 2, 60-yarder. You can't blame him for missing that double doink 61. We Cody Parkey'd. We Chicago Bears'd. We double doinked. It is what it is. I feel like he deserves all the praise for what he did. Deontay Harris. Oh, yeah, I didn't even talk about those 2 fumbles. Bruh. Those 2 fumbles were big, obviously. Andy Dalton had that fumble, which it is what it is, bro. It's his first game, and I don't know how long. He was doing a little too much. He got stripped. It happens. Like, it really does, especially when you're a quarterback and there's a 300-pound defensive lineman falling on you. Trust me, that shit happens. But Deontay Hardy, bro, has not been good since he changed his last name. Change that shit back to Deontay Harris. Please, because Hardy does not suit you, bro. As soon as Harris left, so did all of your football skill. Bro has been an absolute liability in the return game. It's like almost every time he takes it out, he either fumbles or makes it to like the 20-yard line and loses 5 yards if he would have just stood in the end zone. The defense played good. Marshawn Lattimore was in a battle with Justin Jefferson. He was getting the better of him. Justin Jefferson was getting the better of him. It was back and forth, but Justin Jefferson obviously got the better of him at the end of the day. Pete Werner and Demario Davis both had fantastic games. Both amazing linebackers. I will literally feel comfortable with them out there for as long as they are. They are my lifeblood. They are the heart of the defense. They are amazing. They are great. Demario Davis and Pete Werner are awesome. Pete Werner is exceeding expectations and then some. The D-line played amazing. Cameron Jordan took this game over. 3 sacks for the Saints. Cameron Jordan was getting pressure. He was all over Kirk Cousins, bro. They were applying pressure like the old Saints did. They were stopping the run. The defensive line played amazing. Tyrann Mathieu even got his first interception. So there was a lot of good about this game. There was a lot of good shit. It's probably our best football game played to date. I think easy. And this is our most complete football game at all, like period, throughout the entirety of the season, even week 1 when Jameis Winston and Michael Thomas and Kamara were all fully healthy. This was still our most complete game. And I think that says something. Ride with Andy Dalton next week, please. Give him at least one more shot, bro. I think he's the better choice, at least for now. Let Jameis Winston heal. If anything, we'll wait until next season to try to figure out what we have with him, honestly, because it's not worth losing these games because Jameis Winston just has not been good. But let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry for this being a little bit of a longer one. Gear up. Get ready for Seattle next week in the Dome. Home field. This is a must win. If we lose this, the season's a wash. It's over. You don't come back from 1-4. You don't. This is it. If we lose next week, we're done. We can hope for like a 9-7 record, maybe like a 9-7. Is that what 9-8 record or like a 10-7? 10-7 is what I'm hoping for. I hope we can scrounge something together and go 10-7. Please, New Orleans Saints, please. But if not, it is what it is. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you for stopping by, and I'll see you boys in the next one. Adios.